Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Business Hub. John D Rockefeller continues to rank as one of the richest men in modern times. He remains one of the great figures of Wall Street, reviled as a villain, applauded as an innovator, but universally recognized as one of the most powerful men in history. F. Scott Fitzgerald famously said, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function." By that standard, Rockefeller may be one of the most intelligent people to ever live. But he's also known for doing the impossible. He made a $1 trillion company, and as all of you can imagine, this wouldn't have been an easy journey. Let's talk about how John D Rockefeller built his $1 trillion company. Before we do so, guys, I'd want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below letting us know that you have subscribed and we'll enter you into this month's giveaway. Number 1. Early on, Rockefeller keenly understood ways of managing risk. While he knew oil speculators could potentially reap huge profits if they hit a deposit, he also knew that they faced substantial financial loss if they had failed in that effort. For this reason, he strategically narrowed his focus to the refining business, where profits were smaller but more stable. And through robust research and development, he discovered ways to exploit the traditionally discarded oil byproducts by using them to create lubricants, paints, and other useful items. Rockefeller saw the cutthroat competition in the oil industry as a ruinous influence and began methodically stamping it out. By 1890, his company, Standard Oil of Ohio, was enjoying major profits, which he used to buy out competitors. Number 2. Vexed by the inconsistent support of competing rail companies, Rockefeller backed the creation of South Improvement Company in a strategic effort to improve his company's transport costs. He also agreed to help this company buy up all the railroads in return for bulk rebates. However, competitors in both rail and oil eventually lobbied the government to curb such monopolistic behavior. Number 3. After his failure to reorganize the rail industry, Rockefeller decided to restructure his sprawling empire. He and his partners innovated a first-of-its-kind trust, where they swapped their individual holdings for shares in the trust. Rockefeller now wielded centralized control and veto power on all of the corporate boards within his conglomerate. The immediate benefits included even lower costs, lower kerosene prices, and standardization across the industry. Rockefeller's company now had the assets and wherewithal to build pipelines and other infrastructure on a scale that was previously unthinkable. Standard Oil also employed chemists who developed ways of increasing the types of quality of combustible fuels and created methods of converting waste into usable substances. The petroleum coming out of the ground was being refined into various products, such as diesel fuel, varnish, and hair gel. As the new products became cheaper to produce, the company increased its global economy of scale. Number 4. Standard Oil has its hands in many ancillary industries, such as iron, copper, steel, and coal, but it also grew its presence in more unexpected areas, such as general stores. Rockefeller wisely forced shops to carry his products alone, where he was able to draw on the empire's war chest to slash prices, thereby driving non-compliant shop owners out of business. Standard Oil likewise bought up newspapers to promote its version of events. It also owned its own boats, railroad cars, and warehouses, while manufacturing its own sulfuric acid. The government really disliked the near total monopoly in the oil industry and consequently broke up the trust in 1892. In response, Standard Oil's legal team quickly converted the trust into a holding company that functioned like a trust, but was outside of the legal definition. The government adjusted its legislative attack accordingly and broke up the holding company in 1911. Standard Oil was carved up into smaller but still sizable chunks under the government's supervision. Although their names have changed over the years, Chevron or CVX, ExxonMobil or XOM, and ConocoPhillips COP, among others, all share a Standard Oil pedigree. These companies had the advantage of Standard Oil's R&D and infrastructure, so they easily made the transition to gasoline producers when kerosene sales dropped as a result of Edison's electric light bulb invention. Number 5. After retiring in 1896, Rockefeller channeled his energies towards philanthropic causes, donating hundreds of millions of dollars during the latter years of his life. With his son's help, he created the Rockefeller Foundation to carry on his work after he died. And although some fault Rockefeller for the radical means through which he cultivated his fortune, his business practices and charities have nonetheless benefited millions of people. And you have to admit, it's a pretty impressive feat. Anyways guys, this does bring us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, please do check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now, it would really help us out. With that being said guys, as always, I'll see you in the next video.